thought you had raised your hand. Okay. Nitin Nohria became the first Indian dean of Harvard Business School 3 years back. Harvard Business School, all of us realize, is one of the world's best business schools. It is the gold standard as far as management education is concerned. Nitin Nohria is an alumnus of IIT Bombay. He became not merely the first Indian dean, but also the first Asian dean, right? What we call the Brown Dean of Harvard. And the first thing that he did was he commissioned a study about the gaps in business education in Harvard. Imagine, right? And there was a 3-month study that was done by Harvard Business School and Aon Hewitt, which is a leading HR consulting firm in the world. And the conclusions of that particular report are valid to us also. Because of the world's best institution, if a blue chip business school believes there are significant gaps between what the business school teaches and what the industry requirement is, if that school actually believes, then where are we? Right? And I'll share some of those learnings with you now and also tell you why it is extremely important for all of us to believe in perpetual learning. Right? The mere fact that you're in engineering should actually begin the process of lifelong learning. It's not the end. One good score in MSET or good score in IIT, admission into CBIT or IITs or BITS Pilani cannot be the end of your dream. It is just the beginning. And it is that particular lesson that all of us have to take. But let me quickly run through. I don't have enough time. Just quickly run through some of the lessons. After a 3-month study, they came to a conclusion and they created a course in Harvard called Field Course. F-I-E-L-D, Field Course, right? F stands for field, I stands for immersion, E stands for experience, L stands for leadership, and D stands for development. A lot of us believe, quite wrongly, that leadership is created in business schools. The greatest teacher of management is not a school or a teacher, but life itself. So students have to be encouraged to look at non-traditional ways of learning. There are, the world's oldest university, the world's oldest recognized university is the University of Bologna in Italy. It was established sometime in 1100. And since then till now, which is 2013, we have been following what we call an instructional method. Teacher walks into a classroom, he or she teaches whatever the syllabus demands. He or she goes back without realizing whether the transfer of learning has happened or not. We unfortunately do not have a positive feedback. We do not have. We are scared of giving feedback. From that position, which is University of Bologna's instructional position, we are moving towards what is called interactive learning technology. Right? Lots of examples that you should be aware of. There's a guy called Salman Khan, not your superstar in Bollywood, but an educationist called Salman Khan who runs an academy called the Salman Khan Academy in Massachusetts, in Boston, Massachusetts. There is Udacity, U-D-A-C-I-T-Y. There is Coursera, there is MITx. Thanks to technology, thanks to the triple W, thanks to the internet, today the greatest teacher lies outside of the classroom. That's a great challenge, not merely for us teachers, but also for you students. How do we engage you? How can we ever engage you positively? How can we ever make you realize that your presence in the class for 50 minutes in front of a teacher is worth it? Right? And technology provides that kind of challenges. It also has a lot of opportunities. Unfortunately, our engagement with the net begins with Facebook, ends with it. Right? So please go beyond the traditional usage patterns of Facebook. The first thing is field, as I said, field immersion experience for leadership development. We think leadership can be created through a case study. We think leadership can be created through textbooks. And the way JNT and OU operate these days, by the time they print the textbooks, the subjects would have been outdated. Right? And please understand that fact, education is a very organized business. Innovation is a disorganized business. Right? You cannot be innovative unless you think radically. And universities by design are very structured institutions, whereas the industry is not. There is always a significant gap between what the industry demands and what universities can offer. right? And just to take, let me take just a minute away from this. There's a gentleman called